Hey guys, here are the last few pages of my neighbor's journal like I said I would post. High-res pics will be on my Twitter just like last time. As you can see, it looks like at some point he saw the thing but was likely in no state to describe it. Considering on the last page he said he was going out, I'm guessing he may have been drunk. No way to be sure. On this page, he says that he and his girlfriend decided to leave their apartment to house at a friend's place. Now, when I did paranormal investigation and one of these things was involved, a change of location would usually help in evicting the thing. The feeling that someone gets when setting foot in a new and cleaner place is typically all somebody needs to get their mind off of whatever's drawing the entity to them and back onto living their lives. By the time they come back home, they feel refreshed and renewed, and the thing has long since departed. As I turn the page, though, I'm sure you'll notice that this is not the case. He was a far better artist than I am. This looks far more like the thing that followed me home than the picture I drew. The only difference, though, is the expression on its face. It wasn't my lack of artistic ability that made me draw the thing's face as looking almost vacant or even curious. It's pretty clear by his drawing, though, that it looks far different. He even describes it here as looking angrier and stronger. Without timestamps on his entries, it's difficult to tell when this is happening or how quickly all of this progressed. But between the time I posted my entry about the thing leaving and the day I came home to see him being carried downstairs by paramedics, it wasn't more than a couple of weeks. I've never seen this kind of activity progress this fast. The most important thing to note, though, is that I've only on rare occasions seen these things cause physical harm. I have never, until now, seen them kill. The next few pages are a last love letter between he and Krista, his girlfriend. He tells her in all honesty what was happening and describes that his telling her to leave was for fear of her safety and nothing more. He asked her to move out of the apartment and forget about him. She has since moved out, but I have no idea if she's forgotten him. If all she has to deal with is the grief from his loss and the pain of reading his journal, then she's lucky. Now, I want to help. It's likely because I starved this thing so much that it latched onto my neighbor and killed him. I want to stop this from happening again. It's honestly a relief that nobody's come forward yet, but I want to prevent it from happening in the first place. The only problem is how. How do you tell people that there are malignant entities that will grow stronger on your negative emotions and possibly ultimately kill you? In this day and age, how do you tell people that if they don't start being nicer to one another, monsters will eat them? Even if they believe you, it's like telling someone with an ulcer to stop stressing out or it'll get worse. But if this is happening to you, if you feel like one of these things are after you, don't acknowledge it. Stop immediately if you have. Surround yourself with positive things. Think happy thoughts. Be around people. Loneliness is a breeding ground for the kinds of emotions that they feed on. Don't give them the chance to find you appetizing. If you think you see something out of the corner of your eye, don't turn and look. If you see something dart across a doorway, don't go investigate. They've been doing this for a long time. They'll lure you, and when you find them, they'll have found you. Honestly, I don't really know much more to say than that. I know it's not much, and it seems too easy. A precaution for what these things are apparently capable of. But please trust me. You don't want to end up like him.